Accelerator, a film about real time, promoting digital independence.
Hello everybody, this is Momo from the MomoZone and welcome to the Accelerator videos. This video happened in Las Vegas. I got together with this incredible woman called Carol and her two daughters Jessica and Jackie. We talked about a very serious subject, the subject of losing a loved one and how people go and heal when they have lost someone that is so close to them. I thank you guys very much from the bottom of my heart for getting together and discussing this very sensitive subject. God bless, and thank you for watching. Peace out.
There she is! Hi! Hi, how are you? Doing good. It's nice. Good. So this is Jackie? My youngest daughter. It's nice to meet you. You guys have the same smile. We're getting closer. We made it to LA. Oh, that's great.
Hello everybody, Momo from the MomoZone here in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand, and right back there is Carol and her two daughters, and we are going from live to the web to live in reality right here in Las Vegas. So they've never met me for real, but they're going to meet me now, and we're going in there and we're going to accelerate them. Hello.
How are you?
I'm so happy to see you in real life.
It's good to see you.
Everything's good?
Yes.
All right, all right. Hey guys, from virtual reality to total reality. What's going on? Nice to meet you. Look, you guys look exactly the same as I see. It's amazing when you see how nothing changes and we all look the same. We can actually feel each other now. It's amazing. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Both sides. Thank you. Momo. Oh, right. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we went right from www to being in person.
Yes.
Awesome.
This is the reason we actually met.
Yes.
One day you're on YouTube.
Mark went on vacation. He comes back from vacation and he says, "What do you think about doing a website for people that have lost, a loved one, someone dear to them, and they're trying to transition from grieving to acceptance and have it just be," and then, once he said that, I was like, oh, and it could be like this uplifting thing, this positive thing, this, it's a place for joy, it's a place for people to go to celebrate the life of the loved one rather than mourning their death, because, you kind of have to eventually get to that place. And, or you want to, you've got to move on with your life. And so I was like, yeah, let's do it. And it was amazing how everything came about, because we decided, okay, well, we got to come up with a name. And it just like hit me, Jen's Love. Oh, okay, that sounds great, let's go with that. It was like, there really wasn't any other option other than that. And then the symbol, the heart with the sun over it, that came to me, and it was like, I shouldn't mess with it. He said, okay, think of like a logo or something that we could do, and I sat down, got my pad of paper out, and then I just drew a heart, and then the sun over it, and it was like, don't mess with it, that's it. It has totally evolved, like, out of my hands. Like, these things just came to me. It was like, and I've never had stuff like that happen before. It was just so weird. I don't know how to describe it other than that. And then when we were on the cruise, we came up with the idea for the book, and we thought, you know what, this could really help us heal also. Because I didn't realize, going through building the site and everything, that I still hadn't dealt with some issues. And so it's just been such an incredible healing process to go, because you have to go back to the place that you were at when, you're dealing with all of that pain. And it was
You gotta go back to the source. You gotta go back to the source in order to heal. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It was not easy. It was tough.
I basically took Thanksgiving weekend. I had the Thursday and Friday off. I did the Thanksgiving thing with the kids and everything, and then I just blocked myself off and started writing. Because basically she was at my house when she had her seizure. And just starting from that point and writing about it and just crying and dealing with all of it, because I don't think I actually dealt with it in a sense, because I'm the oldest in my family, and when my mom passed away, my dad relied on me a lot. You know, we relied on each other, but I felt like I had to be the strong one, and I didn't know if I went through the grieving process with my mom in a sense, but I did. So her experience with her, because I was there when she passed also, and was able to say goodbye and go through the whole process that way. But there's still some issues that you don't deal with. But starting with this book and dealing with that all over again, it helped me heal even more, even faster. I don't know if I was in a good place when we first started.
No, it was harder.
Yeah.
Back then.
It was.
But
yeah, I am.
It's a lot better now.
Yeah.
How about you?
I realized I kind of just wrote the letters when I felt to write it, and there was two that I didn't realize I still was putting things off. My sister and I, we really kind of connected with acting and stuff like that, and she was really into that and movies, and I've kind of gotten out of that. And so once I wrote my letter expressing an experience I had, when I tried to get into that after she had passed, it was actually really hard for me, and writing that actually helped me heal, because I realized, you know, what had happened, and that I haven't been doing what I want to do, because I really loved that. I loved that area in my life, and I had stopped that. And so there's just going through it, and it was just, yeah, it was great. You don't realize it until you are able to look back or write your feelings down, you know.
Because it's easy to shut down situations like that.
Yeah, no, I can't believe how much I've missed or I haven't done in 3 years, because I've, you know, not gone through the grieving process of, you know, this particular area. And so that was good.
It's been 3 years?
It'll be
almost four.
Four
yeah.
in February.
And for those of you who don't understand what has actually happened yet, which I'm sure you're getting the drift of this, please explain. So your daughter passed away from...
she had a brain tumor. She had actually two kinds. I don't know the names of them because they were so long, you know. One was a fast growing and one was a slow growing. That's how I identified them with. But she was at my house. She had a seizure. We called the paramedics. They came and got her, you know, stabilized her. And they told me that it looked like she was having seizures. So we got her to the hospital. They got her stabilized in the emergency room. And when she woke up, she was asking, you know, well, why am I in the hospital? You know, she didn't even realize what had happened to her. And then they did a CAT scan, found the growth. It was 2 growths that were on her brain. We were down in Utah County, and they suggested that we go up to the University of Utah, where they have the specialists and things like that. And so after they got her stabilized and everything, we took her up there, and they're the ones that you know, looked at all the pictures and decided what to do. Suggested a surgeon, and we met with him, and he went through and told us what to expect. And he said he was pretty confident that we could get most of it because of where it was. He wasn't sure until he got in as to how much he could take out, because he didn't want to, because it was in her speech and her short-term memory area and that type of thing. And so he promised us he'd take out as much as he could. And then she went ahead with the chemotherapy. And then she refused the radiation. She didn't want to go through that because she felt the radiation, basically you're just killing your whole body.
Her short-term memories are going again, yeah, towards the end of January.
of the next year. And I went to see her.
The weekend before.
The weekend before. And I could tell something was wrong. She knew something was wrong because she was sleeping a lot and she couldn't remember, and she couldn't, she was working at the time. She had actually got to the point where she could go back to work, which was wonderful, but she was having problems with her short-term memory. But I stayed with her the weekend. Actually, I just stayed with her just overnight because I went into denial because I couldn't believe that something was actually wrong again.
We ended up calling her and talking to her and her husband and stuff. And he said he was going to bring her up at Monday
because she was acting funny.
Because she was acting funny, but it was like a 3-hour drive, and so he, was waiting, I guess, until the next day.
Yeah, and he brought her up to the hospital, and
her body just shut down over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And she was gone.
And so we went through the process of being in the hospital, and waiting. She basically
hard to do that.
It is.
It's hard to just sit and wait.
And they started doing radiation on her, which she didn't want, the last time. But when they did her first radiation treatment, she crashed. She actually crashed, and she basically told me and her husband that she didn't want her quality of life. She wanted a good quality of life. She didn't want to be hooked up. She didn't want to be in a wheelchair. She wanted, to be able to walk, to interact, to be normal, except for she did have the problem with the short-term memory. Other than that, she was, back to normal, her normal self. She didn't want anything less than that. I was at work. Her grandma and aunt were with her at the time, and I get this call at work saying, you need to get up here. She's crashed, and they brought her back. And so basically after they brought her back, she never regained consciousness. They stabilized her, and they wanted to continue with radiation treatments.
Okay.
But we all met with the doctors, her husband, me, see, Jackie was there, her father, grandparents were there, and we basically just told the doctors, can you guarantee if you continue with the radiation that she will recover? They just put her on morphine and put her into a room and to let her body die. And that's, her body was shutting down anyway. And so we just, all the family came and took turns saying goodbye, and it was tough.
Yeah, I couldn't go in there. I couldn't stay in there. I went in there, but I couldn't stay.
I knew her spirit was not in there because I could feel her outside of her body at that time, and she was just kind of hanging in there.
You
guys are so good
You
together.
guys are so good that you're doing this, and the fact that you're writing this book, and and you're putting together that site in order to free yourselves, as well as homage her for all that she has done for you guys, even though she's not here right now.
Well,
right.
And the reason, a big reason why we named it Jen's Love is because I was trying to think of something that encompassed her. And that is exactly what she was. She was unconditional love.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she
that would be her summed up in a word.
Yeah.
Because she would hug anybody. She allowed anybody to be who they wanted to be and love them no matter what. That was just how she was.
And she got to do a lot of different things. She went in high school. She got to go to people to people tour. She got to go to Australia and New Zealand and meet the people down there, and the people she traveled with. She got to know and love them. She had a great experience, and I don't know, she was just amazing to me.